Augusta was a smart, successful woman in her early 30s living in a bustling Lagos. She loved her life, but there was one thing she could do without: the constant pressure from her family to get married. Welcome to our channel. Today we have a funny and touching story straight from Lagos about one woman's journey through love, dating wahala, and self-discovery. Sit tight for the hunt for a husband. If you are new here, kindly hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification so you don't miss any of our great stories. Every family gathering felt like another episode of Who Wants to Marry My Daughter? And tonight was no different. Augusta, my pikin, her grandmother, Mama Ngozi, began, adjusting her gele. You know say time no dey. At your age, I don born your papa finish. You go marry or remain single like this? Augusta took a deep breath and tried not to roll her eyes. But enough was enough. Okay, Mama Ngozi, she said, throwing up her hands in mocking surrender. I go find husband before this year end. With only 6 months to go, Augusta had made a promise she wasn't sure she could keep. Her best friend Ruth, who loved matchmaking and all the latest trend, jumped in with excitement. Kai, this one goes sweet though, Ruth exclaimed. We go call him the Hunt. Me and you go comb this Lagos, find you the correct man. Augusta laughed, but she also knew she was in for a ride. The hunt for a husband had officially begun. Ruth wasted no time. She created profiles for Augusta on every Nigerian dating app she could find, signed her up for speed dating in Ikoyi, and eventually convinced her to try a singles cooking class in Lekki. Augusta quickly realized she was in for serious wahala. Her first date was a guy named Chuka, who showed up at the cafe wearing a full traditional Igbo outfit, complete with beads and red cap. You never know when you go meet elders for approval, he said, stroking his beard. Augusta nearly spilled her zubu, trying not to laugh. She knew right then that this journey would be long. The second date was no better. Bayo was nice, but he spent the entire time talking about his ex-girlfriend and how she didn't understand his passion for collecting old Naira notes. Look at this one, he said, showing her a tattered note on his phone. She wanted to throw it away. Augusta nodded politely, but mentally calculated how fast she could leave. After a string of dates like this, Augusta was exhausted. Then, during one particular bad date at the suya spot in Surulere, she met Eric. Eric was sitting at a nearby table, and when their eyes met, they exchanged knowing smiles. His date had been on her phone for most of the evening. I think you win for worst dates, Eric joked. Augusta laughed. a real laugh. And they ended up chatting for the rest of the evening, sharing their dating wahala stories. Before they parted, Eric scribbled his number on a napkin in case you need a partner to share in their suffering again, he said. If you've ever had a dating wahala of your own, share it in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories like this one. Back at the office, things were heating up. Augusta's office rival, Jessica, who was known for her flashy lifestyle, had just gotten engaged and was showing off her engagement ring every corner. She loved to taunt Augusta. So, Augusta, I hear say you dey find husband up and down. Any luck? Jessica sneered one day at the staff meeting. Augusta, tired of Jessica's bragging, decided to make things interesting. Let's make a bet, Jessica. If I find and marry someone before your wedding in 3 months, you will pay for my honeymoon. Jessica burst into laughter, but accepted the challenge. And just like that, the hunt had become a serious competition. Ruth went into full gear, setting Augusta up on even more dates. But despite all the drama, Augusta kept bumping into Eric. They had met at Terraculture at a friend's party in Victoria Island, and even at Eco Atlantic Beach. It was like destiny was playing a game. Eric was different, but wasn't trying too hard to impress her, and Augusta found herself enjoying his company more and more. Could he be the one, or was she just tired of all the hustle? If you think Eric and Augusta make a great pair, hit that like button and share this video with your friends. As the dates continued, Augusta started to see a pattern. She wasn't really interested in any of the men she was meeting, whether it was the guy who insisted on ordering amala for her without asking, or the one who couldn't stop talking about his gym routine. None of them compared to Eric. One day, Eric, are you sure you are not just looking for what you think you need? His question stayed with her. Was she doing all this for the right reasons? Ruth, always sharp, called it out. Augusta, you don't fall for Eric, Abby. Augusta hesitated, then finally admitted, maybe I have, but what do I do about it now? Before she could figure it out, Eric dropped a bombshell. I got a job offer in Abuja, he said. I am considering it. Augusta felt her heart stop. She finally told him, Eric, I like you more than just a friend. Eric admitted he felt the same, but the potential move complicated things. As Jessica's wedding day drew nearer, Augusta was caught in a dilemma. She liked Eric, but she didn't want to rush into anything just to win a bet. When she told Eric about the bet, he chuckled and said, why not just elope to Dubai and surprise everyone? They both laughed, but it got Augusta thinking. Instead of panicking, Augusta decided to follow her heart. She walked into Jessica's wedding with Eric by her side, feeling more confident than ever. Jessica couldn't wait to glow. So, Augusta, I see you came alone without a ring. but Augusta was calm. Jessica, I realized I don't need a bet to find happiness. I'd rather enjoy the journey with someone who is worth it. Augusta had learned that the hunt for a husband wasn't really about finding a husband. It was about finding herself and someone who genuinely made her happy. And Eric, well, maybe he was that someone, but there was no rush to find out. Thank you so much for watching The Hunt for a Husband. If you love this story, kindly give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more inspiring and entertaining stories. See you next time.